No? Okay, this is a base cabinet assembly. I get all my parts for the cabinet laid out. I got my left end, I got my right end, my two back nailers, my top and my bottom. First thing I do to start off, grab the connectors, put them in the desired hole.
Is it usually the hole towards the ends?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
on these ones, on some of them, because this hole goes all the way through, so it's just a screw.
Oh, got
which
it.
is why this one only has one Rayflex connector. So it goes to the outside.
Cool.
Next, I grab my door hinge plate. There's an arrow on them. Make sure the arrow is always faced out. Push that down into the desired holes. Screw them down. I like to do this when there's nothing in it, so it's easily accessible, so I have the room to do it. I get that done. I grab my top. I make sure the flat side is always in. The cutout side always comes to the outside. So I'll show you. So if you were to do it the other way, it doesn't line up. So your screw holes would be open, you'd miss the board. So you always make sure flat side goes in. Come around. Do the same thing on the bottom. These are your leg holes here. Same thing, flat side to the inside of the cabinet. Grab my right end, set it down, find the hole, push down, find the hole, push down, leave that like that. I grab my nailer, one side is edged, one side isn't. The non-edged side goes to the cabinet, so your edge side is on the part of the cabinet that the customer will eventually see. So I actually did that backwards. So this one is only one side edged. This side has both of them. So this one, and it does have a little slot here. So you want the edge to be there to protect that. That one goes there. That one goes there. Grab your screwdriver, lock them into place. Okay. Grab your hammer, grab some clamps to start with. Just get the clamps on there snug so they don't fall and damage any parts. Get all four of them on here. Then doing these clamps, you come in real quick. You got a hole here, hole here, hole here. So you want to make sure you space them out between these holes so that way you're able to get your screw gun in there without having to remove them. Once you do that, pick up your hammer. At this point, we're looking for all four corners to be flush on the front of the cabinet. So you take your hammer, it doesn't take a lot. Not very hard to hit it. Find the flush point, tighten them down. Go to the other side, do the same thing. Find your flush, tighten your clamps. Grab your countersink bit. Make sure you're straight up and down so you don't have blowout on the piece, so the screw doesn't go in crooked or angled, so it doesn't blow through the piece where it's seen. Do it just enough so the screw head fits down in there to be below flush. You got 4 holes on this side. Four holes on that side, and then 3 on the top and the bottom. Okay, got them all drilled. I like to clean them off. Next, you grab your 2.5-inch screws. Just go ahead and put them in. Then as you're drilling them, go ahead and run your finger over all the screws. Make sure you don't feel any of the screw heads because there's protective stickers that have to go on them. So you want the sticker to stick to your piece, not the screw, otherwise it won't be flush and it could possibly come off in the long run. You got this side done, you got your bottom and your top done. Leave the clamps on, go ahead and roll it over. Now same thing on this side. On this side you got 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. Go ahead and drill your holes again. And so the reason you're using your counterbit sink is so that way you prevent blowout from the screw head going into the piece, because the sticker is only so big, so you don't want it to blow out or to damage the part, so that way the screw can properly be covered up. So that is the reasoning for the counterbit sink. Go ahead and finish screwing it on. Okay, once you got that done, roll it back over. And I always try, so this is your face, this is the front of your cabinet. So when I'm rolling, I always try to do it on the back side, so that way as it rolls, if something were to get chipped, you know, it'll be on the back side, something that goes against the wall, something that gets covered up, something that is repairable, and it's not damaging any of the front edging or face of the cabinet. Go ahead, take your clamps off, put them away.
How do the clamps go in there?
Just like this. Every time. Okay, then you got your bases for your legs. If you look at them, there's a flush edge and an extended edge. So you come over here, you got the front of your cabinet. You want the extended edge to go in so it faces the back. And you just push them in. Then you grab your hammer. This little knob that's out, that's what locks them in. So you just give it a hit. And you're in, your cabinet's done.
Thanks, Nate.